Kalen Patterson with Midwest Muscle in the home of figure competitor Heather Nash. And we have so many things going on in the natural world today and this year. It's just growing and growing. You're a competitor, but you're also a mom, and we're in your house. And this is, I mean, it's the first time I've been sitting around doing an interview in a house, so it's kind of different. And it's actually like all kind of things going on. You got a lot of stuff
It's
going. We
actually
came
loud.
from the gym, not the
A little
loud,
bit.
just the fact that it's so much mother stuff going on, and the fact that you're ready to go to the gym, and I was the one slowing us down, this morning, which was
Your
funny.
shirt had to dry, man. Shirt had to dry.
Well, I don't want to be in a guest gym and stink up the place because God knows, it's almost like college with competitions where you're like, okay, this one's still kind of clean, and we'll just go with that. But we have the cow coming up, the OCB, the Midwest States, basically the end of the year show, big show because most people are saying, I still maintain my diet, I still had certain things going on. I want to do that one last show before Thanksgiving because
Yeah.
everybody wants to eat.
Woohoo.
Now, as a mother, I will never be able to speak that because I'm not. But just what do you have going on? There's so many things involved in a day, much less getting ready for competition.
It's just a piece of cake. No. You have to balance it out. People ask me all the time. I get asked daily, how do you do it? How do you balance? I have people chat with me even at work. Hey, I got a question. And the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, how do you balance your life? People want to ask me how I balance my life. Kaylin, how do you balance yours? You do it. One foot in front of the other, day to day. You just do it. You find a way to balance, and whatever works for you. My normal may not be your normal, and vice versa. You just make it work. I'm definitely the kind of mom, especially right now, it's busy season at work. We're on overtime, and I'm working a lot. My kids feel it. I don't have a lot of time with them during the week, but they know that they have an athlete for a mom, and they stick to it. Are you being goofy back there, Kylia? They stick to it, man. They come home from school and they make sure that they bring their backpacks to the gym. They'll get their homework done there at the gym. Any questions, wrapped up, we get that done at night. But we have our couple of hours at night where we spend together and, signing assignment notebooks and getting school lunches packed. I pack their lunch every day. I don't let my kids eat the school lunches. So it's definitely a balance, but all you can do is what you can do for your life, and you have to balance it out. You're going to balance your life just like I balance my life. Yeah, it's a juggle, but I mean, it's definitely worth it because if I didn't do things the way that I did it, I wouldn't have the energy to continue day to day, one foot in front of the other. It's pretty much simple science. You just do everything how it works for your own life.
Now, we talk about, there's a lot of gym factor, a lot of bro science, a lot of stuff going on in the gym, but there's also that mentality of all or nothing. And I like what you said, the balance, because, some people can't shut it off when they leave the gym. It's like everything has to be everything about the gym and this and that, whatever. You're still a mom. You still got a job. You still got a life. Now, what do you tell the person that's going through these things and still not learning that there's an off switch and it's okay to hit it because you're not getting away from the gym. You're just getting out of it. You're not wrecking your diet. You're not cutting corners. You're still being a mother. You're still being the figure competitor.
Okay. If you've got the dedication to work your butt off in the gym, keep your macros, where they're supposed to be for your body type. You can't, um, cookie cut anything, or
Hmm.
how everybody else does theirs is not how you're going to do yours. But, if you can go to the gym and you can work your butt off and you could, drink your water, take your vitamins, have a decent diet, you still have to keep that uniform at home, especially when you are at our level where you compete.
Hmm.
You do have to, eat, think, sleep, and live. You know what I mean? You have to repeat, 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 recover, recover. But when it comes to being a mom, which is my field, that's my specialty before anything. Before anything, I'm a mom. I'm a mom before an athlete. But it all kind of ties in together. It's all about balance. If I'm making the kids macaroni and cheese baked in the oven with extra cheese and breadcrumbs and come on, let's go get some. You know what? You still have to have your chicken and your broccoli and your spinach, and you have to do what you do for you, but you can't let the kids suffer. My kids like ice cream. My kids like cookies. right? My kids like, all the stuff that regular kids have, but they also know that mom's not going to eat that stuff. They support me. They know sometimes I'll get a little temperamental, a little irritable. But yeah, when you do leave the gym, you know what? You've got to be a mom or a dad or whatever, you've got to do that job at home and get the homework done, the baths done. It's a juggle, by 10 o'clock at night, I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
But, so are you with your life. So are you with your life. And, like I said, what you do, it's not that difficult. People are all the time are like, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? You know what I mean? How do you, it's all the way that we're manufactured. You have to do things, for your own benefit. But I mean, health is first.
Mm-hmm.
Health is first. You have nothing if you don't have good health. You have nothing.
Yeah.
You want to come home and you want to sit on the couch and watch TV. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a healthy way of living. We all need to live a little bit healthier, drink a little bit more water, take our vitamins, walk a little bit more, make it to the gym,
Have a life outside.
Have a life
Xbox
outside.
And PS4.
There's a PS4?
Yeah, they just started out.
My 14-year-old son would know that. Really? There's a PS4?
PS4. And an Xbox One. I was like, how did that happen? You go from 360 to 1.
I can hardly work the TV remote. I don't even have cable in my house. We don't even watch TV unless it's a movie that we rent or something.
Well, but you're active. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying is I
difference.
don't even hardly know how to work a TV. My daughter Kylia will do it. She'll do it.
Now, you've got other things going on, and I'm just learning of it. You've got the attention of others because you are a mother, and you have how many children?
2 boys and 4 girls. Yeah, 6.
And their ages range.
They are 3, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. My oldest will be 17 this winter.
Now, women competing, mothers, lives, jobs, families, responsibilities. So much is going on, and you still have that other world that you're venturing into now, because I think you're actually, you got 2 things going on, or one in potential?
The Cast Iron Ladies reality show set to air next year, hopefully getting picked up by a big network. A lot of people involved with that. Another project that is still kind of quiet, we're not sure about that. So yeah, but definitely the Cast Iron Ladies, that's turning out to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what does that entail? Because I know it involves your sister.
My twin sister, Tiffany. The Cast Iron Ladies is a crew that wanted to follow around athletes around the country, and they didn't have any Chicago-based athletes. I had the director. Well, because it was so new yet.
Yeah.
It was brand new.
But Chicago's such a big market, yeah.
Yeah, they just hadn't found anybody that really seemed interested. Like I said, it was still very fresh, and so
they didn't want to take the risk.
Yeah, they were still focusing on the athletes in New York and LA and New Jersey and all that.
Markets, yeah. Okay.
Pennsylvania. So they had some other people get a hold of me that found me probably I think just on Facebook. They got a hold of me and we started chatting just kind of on the side, and they said, hey, we're looking for an athlete to follow, and we saw about your figure competing, and man, do you really have all those kids? And I did have to set it straight. Yes, I birthed all these babies, natural pregnancy, took my vitamins, and I didn't gain a bunch of weight when I was pregnant. Baby number 6, I gained 18 pounds, and I was on the stair stepper until 5 days before I delivered her. I work out during my pregnancies, all that mumbo jumbo about take it easy, rest. Yeah, right. I took CLA, I took multivitamins, I drank protein shakes, and my kids are all healthy. Nobody's got, allergies or asthma or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not the kind of woman that believes in what 99% of the world is thinking. Relax when you're pregnant, sit around, put your feet up, take time to rest. No, I run. I jog and I run, and I stay active because it helps for a very easy labor and delivery. And like I said, 18 pounds I gained with Mimi, who's 3, and I was on stage 19 weeks after I had her.
I remember that.
They had my story in the Peoria Star newspaper, and that was just a goal that I had made because I knew I was going to want my energy right back up. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be able to keep up with everything that I have to keep up with, and that's important to me. And so the Cast Iron Ladies is a show where they're following athletes for competitions, and with my twin sister and I, they just kind of want to venture off a little bit and follow how, not only how we compete, but how we juggle 9 kids together. That's 9. I've got 6. My twin sister Tiffany's got 3. We are identical twins, and both athletes. It's an amazing opportunity. So they got a hold of me, and I said, yeah, let's do it. And been filmed a couple times, so we're gonna see how that goes. But I've got a good feeling about that.
Well, it can't really take away from your life, but add to it. And you don't get away from being you, and that's the best part about it is you get to be you every day, and you're very secure in yourself, and you're you deal with things on a daily basis as a mother. I'm sure that would be more challenging than somebody walking around with a camera following you. So with this and the OCB's coming up after the Natural Olympia and the live webcast, we're actually addressing natural bodybuilding because it seems to be like a lost community. I don't want to say underground because we're around every gym. What do you tell the person that's thinking about competing but is gym fit but not stage ready? Because there's a lot of people that step into those venues and realize I've got a long way to go. And I know I was one of them. I knew I was in shape, and I was in good shape, and I was probably the best shape looking for me. But there's not first place stepping on stage at a venue at a competition. Because people, your friends, your relatives, oh, you look amazing. Oh, you really start getting the flash bulbs, the starlights and everything. And then you step into the venue and you're like, holy crap, these people know about fitness. It's such a different realm. What do you tell the person that's been basically ego boosted to where they can't see failing, and then they walk into the venue and realize, I'm not going to win?
What I would say is first, ask questions, make connections with everybody and anybody that you can that knows a little bit about that sport. If you were going to go buy a car, you're going to go and ask a salesperson anything and everything that you need and want to know about that car, right? If you're going to go buy a home,
I like that.
Well, you want to see all the bedrooms and all the closets, and you want to see all the cabinet space and what the backyard looks
Not just
like.
the outside house, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to just make connections and ask questions about anything and everything. And as far as walking into the gym and feeling like you don't know what you're doing, first of all, know what you're doing and own it. Walk into that gym, and there's so many ladies that just don't want to even get that far. Put your hat down low, put those earbuds in, and pretend like you are the only person walking in that gym. Get it done and feel great about it. That's your first day. One foot in front of the other. One day and then the next day. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Make connections. As far as competing, it's all about, nowadays you can YouTube anything. What I like to tell myself every day, I have my tired days, I have my womanly days, I have my days that I just simply are just like, I don't want to go to work today, this and that. You know what, Kaylin, what I tell myself every day is there's going to be a day where I'm going to slow down naturally. Where my hormones and everything, growth hormones, everything is going to slow down. So until that day comes, I'm not slowing down.
Yeah. Now, when we're dealing with these things, we have all this stuff going on. There's, like you said, there's so much information, but how beneficial, how so much, I can't even explain how much better natural bodybuilding is now that we have the Dr. Joes, now that we have the Lane Nortons, now that we have the Cliff Wilsons, now that we have the Gormans and all these other teams that know how to take care of a body that's not theirs. And they're not basically wrecking your metabolism in the process. I started out with supplements that were just straight garbage, and I didn't know anything about it. This was the stuff that was popular and what worked, and it was just awful. And I'm sure you had to go through that crap too.
We all do.
Yeah. Now, how much better is natural bodybuilding because of what's coming up now?
Your body can only sustain the wrong kind of hormones for so long. You might look buff, you might look great, everything that you're taking might make you feel like a rock star and look great right now. You're just going to look and feel just like crap when you get older. It's just not worth it. The biggest things are take a multivitamin, take a good protein. I believe, you believe, right? And a good protein after your workout.
Yes.
Post-workout, definitely a protein shake, 15 to 20 grams of protein. your body can't utilize any more than that. Pretty much keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep it natural, because especially for women, moms, you know what? Being a mom and doing everything that you do wreaks havoc on your hair, skin, and nails and everything. Just keep it simple. I've been a lifelong athlete, just like you have. I mean, my whole life. So I think people overlook it. I think people lean towards all the hype of all the products that are out there. You don't need fat burners if you're doing cardio. You don't need diuretics. You don't drink some black coffee or eat some asparagus. You don't need all that mumbo jumbo. It's all marketing. It's all money, and it's just really going to wreak havoc on your body later on. So I say to just keep it simple. Like I said, this is what I believe: multivitamin, post-workout protein shake. Never skip breakfast.
Yes.
You never skip
my
breakfast.
Goodness.
That fasted state cardio. Okay, let's eat at our muscle tissue. Why don't we? I mean, just
There's
all
so
the
much bro science, though.
yeah, I know. All the simple stuff is really I mean, as natural as you can be, because that's what health is all about. And isn't that what we're in this sport for? Is health? Or is it really just to look like this or have arms like yours? No, it's about your health. People look into it too much and lean towards all the stuff that's out there and
the quick fix.
the quick fix.
I mean, but I think like it's the culture and the times we live in where we made it so simple, but it's not simple. It's hard work. It's addressing your body and getting to know you. And I said, mind and body are balanced.
You mentioned earlier about the lost community with the bodybuilding and the people that, if we embraced that set of people a little bit more, which I think people like us do, and then if they embraced our thoughts, a little bit more, I think that we would all be a step closer to helping each other and being a little bit healthier. I mean, that's definitely the legend I'm going to leave behind with my kids. Since they've been little,
A legacy.
they've been coming home, or they've been coming to work with me, and then we would go home and hit the gym. But they've been coming to work with me through, I was a personal trainer for years. I was a gymnastics coach for years. Now they just come to the gym with me because I have a more important job. But, I mean, that's definitely what I want, because I have 6 kids. So I'm going to have a lot of grandkids. That's a lot of people that are ultimately going to learn something that I've taught them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to branch off and spread that knowledge to lots of other people, lots and lots of other people. And we all know that a little bit of knowledge is a whole lot of power.
And I'm just so happy that, because of the natural community growing the way it's growing, because there are a lot of unlearned, I don't want to say, because they're not stupid, because we were at that stage where we didn't know.
You don't want to say uneducated, but they just don't know yet.
And it's like, I don't want anybody to think that we are any better, because we're not. We're that person that was learning just like everybody else. Yeah. So the more we grow, the more we teach, and I hope and pray that it's not just to get on stage, because I don't teach people to be stage ready. I teach them to be life ready. I want that person to be ready to, when that day happens where somebody has died and you're still going to work and you're still doing something, or something happened with your family or your car, can you still be a good you instead of saying I fall apart? And I know with health and fitness, like you said, if you're active, if you've got that stress relief going, you're not built up on all kinds of crazy days and craziness where you say it's just so much I can't do anything. There is that outlet, and you can get there, and you can have a life when you walk away from it.
I've been there. I know. Yeah. Training is a very emotional and psychological, process to go through, and it's training for life, not training for stage. You're not doing this for other people. You're doing this for yourself. And a lot of people, I believe, want to get to that first and one competition because they want others to accept them. But if you don't accept yourself, nobody's going to accept you. You've got to accept yourself.
Yeah. And the fact that we can share the stage, I mean, you figure we've got Jenny Brenner is one of the best ones I know that's really trying to get people to understand that there's a life away from the stage, and Terry McBee has been showing that there's so much going on that's just not related. They have lives, and MJ is doing her thing where people can see, you're people, you're a person, and you can live the life that you speak on, and you can speak on the life that you live, and they both run together. And you're doing that now, because I think more and more people are coming to you and they're saying, there's people that want you to pitch something, that want you to sponsor something, but I noticed that if you're not believing in it, you don't want a part in it.
Right.
So, how do you? I don't want to say sell fitness because I don't believe you have to sell health. You just live it. But how do you show people that the stuff that you're doing is still beneficial to their lives without being a pitch man or pitch woman?
I think it's a natural thing with me. I do so much, and I have so many other, places that I have to go. I kind of a small town here, so when people see me, I'm very approachable, very, very friendly, and very loving, and very approachable. So I think that with me, people are just like drawn to the amount of energy that I have and the amount of energy that my kids have, and they want a little bit of that. So I like to share a little bit of that, and I don't mind.
Well, it works for you.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So for me, it's not so much as trying to sell or anything, but I know what you mean. Shed some of that off onto people. But like I said, if we all came together a little bit with some of the knowledge that we had, we would all be a step closer to being healthy. Man, we are unhealthy in this country.
Yeah, I've
Sadly
been talking about that.
These poor kids, man.
Obesity is now a disease. I said only in a country that is overly rich in everything can you have obesity. Because you got countries where people are starving, and they would wish for a chance to be obese and overeat and have that overeating
sad,
for all 3, 4 meals, 5 meals. They can't even picture eating one meal a day, and we're talking about 5 and 6, and we're overindulging in it. So, I think because we were, I don't want to say afraid, but we were cautious and overly cautious about speaking up when we should have, that it basically, the wrong voice got out there, and people's lives are ruined because children with diabetes frightens me. People that should be healthy and they're living basically diabetic and insulin because they weren't taught the things that we taught. We were taught. We learned, we've grown, and we've gotten better. And we didn't bring enough people with us because, like you said, your legacy is in your children, and they're going to branch out health. We didn't do the same thing earlier, what we're doing now, and that's our bane. That'll be the thing that keeps me humble and keeps me human.
Yeah, and now it's just spun out of control in this country. It has spun out of control. These kids are sitting around playing more video games, and my 14-year-old son likes video games, but he's also a top-notch varsity wrestler at only 13 years old. So it's a balance. But so I've seen parents that'll spend time and money on what they look like, and shell off $10 to their kid and say, "Here, go grab yourself McDonald's." Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Spend a little bit more time cooking. You know what I mean? At home, a little bit more. You've seen it. Chicken and rice almost daily. Chicken, rice, and vegetables. Beef, rice, and vegetables, stuff like that. I don't make a whole lot of pork or red meat for the kids. It's mostly like chicken. They don't like fish too much, but it's all about the balance. Yeah, it's really sad the way I work for a health insurance company.
Oh, so you see it much more than I even.
I was just thinking about that when you said diabetes. I can't tell you how. I can't even tell you. There are so many people in this country with diabetes.
But to me, it's a life they don't necessarily have to have, but it's something we basically, because of the lack of knowledge, they learned another way.
Well, because we're not born with it.
No.
You're not born with diabetes.
Mm-mm.
No.
So there's certain things that happen in a day, and there's certain things that change your life, but these are things that we could have addressed, and the medication. It's so much self-medication that is not even necessary, and yet it's happening daily. And a mother working at Cigna, I'm sure you see it more than I'd ever even care to imagine. When you're talking to the person and you're like, this is such an easier option, but it's hard work, and that's the one thing.
It's the hardest thing that I have because I hate saying this, but I don't believe in my job, the work that I do. I don't, and I'm just being very honest when I say that. I'm very good at my job, so I'm not going to lose it. But I don't believe in it. It's narcotic use. It's not. It's, you know what I mean. It's authorizing people's medications that you know that they don't need.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's hard as nails to have to deal with it, and it's my job and it's paying my bills and it's, getting me ahead, but I don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in health insurance. I don't believe in a health insurance company to save my life, because if you would just take care of yourself the natural way, you wouldn't need your oxycodone, your hydrocodone,
Yes.
your fentanyl patches, your morphine. It's just, yeah, it's tough. I don't believe in it. Nope, because I've seen it so used and so abused.
And it is abused. I mean, you figure you got Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. You just think of any top name, and they get one injury, and the doctor says, this will help, and it doesn't.
It's
This will
easier.
mask. This will mask the problem. It's just a big mask. It's
But then
nothing.
when your body acclimatizes to that, you're going to need something else to stack with that, to take away that effect and to take away that effect, and then it snowballs into something that you don't need. How about taking a little bit more conjugated linoleic acid?
Mm-hmm.
How about a little bit more creatine from some red meat? How about something else that's going to bring your health up naturally? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best one was when my pastor, after the sixth or seventh prescription, he said, "Doctor, this medication is basically supposed to help me with this, and this one is supposed to stack to make the side effects not as bad, and this one does the after effects to make the side effects from that one not as bad." He said, "When do I get to the point where it actually takes care of what's wrong with me?"
Right.
And the doctor kind of looked at him, and he was like, I never even thought that
Not to
far
mention
down
all
the
the
road.
side effects. I
Yeah.
would rather deal with the side effects than deal with the medication
And then
that's just
the
going to
fact that it's
mask what's
dead.
wrong with me. Yeah, when really it's not helping, it's just hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I appreciate you letting me in the house. I mean, you welcome me in, and this is this is a humble abode. I mean, you're active. You're always around. If you don't keep an eye on you, basically disappear because you're doing something else.
Kids flipping in the backyard.
Yeah, how about that? And there's a life going on. The fact that you found that balance, and the fact that you never let the kids, get away, stop being themselves, shows that you have that balance. As a mother, thank you, because you are preparing the next generation, and you're also showing them true health and fitness, which is a life. The one thing we get away from is that we forget that kids are basically students in the home and in life of everything you do, and we can't hide us. And if you live, breathe, and understand real health and fitness, that your children will live, breathe, and understand it even better, because they're actually taking what you teach and making it their own. So thank you for that. I wish you much respect for the work you got going, and I hope that people that tune in, I don't know what station it's going to be on, but I'm sure it's going to be a doozy, because you and your sister. Ooh, my
Kind of a
goodness.
trip,
Yeah,
huh?
you guys got some life on you.
I'm on my way out there. We got my niece's birthday party, so they're gonna film a little bit there. It's pretty exciting.
And this is after a workout.
This is, well, no.
No, we did the workout this morning.
We worked out this
Yes,
afternoon.
and you're
you
still
and I,
going to do something
but
else.
we're going to Gold's Gym in Bloomington, one of the biggest Gold's Gym out there. So they're gonna come and follow us at Gold's. Oh yeah, we'll be deadlifting later tonight. We got a little bit
I've
of legs.
been to that gym.
It's a nice gym,
Yes,
right?
that's where I got certified in Les Mills. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had to go
We
there.
got niece's birthday party tomorrow, so I'm gonna be toting all the kids out there tonight, and
And
we'll
they're
have
going
family
swimming
there.
indoors.
Yeah, swimming indoors, and the
So
family will be
I think
there,
one of your
Mom.
daughters was trying to get your attention, and she just
Kylia?
kind of, yeah.
Were you throwing a note at me? Me? Yeah.
She was throwing something because it's sitting right there, and she was trying to get the
Lisa?
attention.
Huh?
No. We just need you
Because,
to.
because Auntie Tiff called and wants to know when we're coming over, because she's being impatient.
She wants over right now. Should I come over?
Okay. We'll stop the interview, and we'll get this life going.
Okay, I know. My sister and I we're like this. She can't. I haven't seen her since last month at the last competition, so we're jonesing.
Okay, so then
We're
we'll get
jonesing.
this done. So this is the humble house and abode of Heather Nash, figure competitor. Her daughter is just being more than happy with us.
You can come say hi if you want.
Yeah, you can say hi. Show her that it's actually a
You're on
family.
video at the gym.
Yeah, how about it?
And she works out with me too. This is my oldest daughter. So
It's okay.
she's now a gym junkie herself.
And she's actually a gymnast. I mean, she
A
was at when I
gymnast, a
got here. They
flipper.
were doing backflips and not like cartwheels. They were doing actual work.
Oh, she's a flipper. She's a mini me all
Yeah.
over again.
And
They're all flippers.
how long did it take to do that? That's got to take some time. And then they were checking your abs at the gym, and they're pretty tight. So you've done some serious work too.
She's also a very good cross country runner and made state last year
Track.
before she was even in
track, I made state.
junior high.
Mm-hmm. And you're like what they call the picture of health, but you're actually healthy. So you're not just looking healthy. You're actually.
And the girl races dirt bikes, guys. She races dirt bikes with her dad.
Motocross.
Oh yeah, she's multi-talented.
And it basically translates down
Yeah.
through the generations. And what do you know about fitness from your mom, and from just the company she keeps in fitness?
A lot.
Pretty much keeping it simple. So this interview is going, and I'm thankful, that you welcome me in the house. I'm appreciating the workout. I got to see a lot of people that I used to know from
That's
the old Gold's
awesome.
Gym.
Yeah, they
And
all
that
use
was,
it.
Herc and everybody else. I was hoping I'd get to run into JoJo, but he's just as busy as you are.
Yeah.
And, he's got stuff going on with his homeland in the Philippines. JoJo,
Yeah. JoJo Tyson.
you've always been there, and I much love and respect for what you do outside of fitness. Being a physical therapist, you get to see the tragedies, and, he helped me when I was at my worst. And I know I was a mess when I got there, because I'd been through 2 or 3 other physical therapists that basically just told me accept what you got and live with it. And he told me, no, you don't have to, and you'll get better.
Yeah, he
So-
definitely, drums to a different beat.
Yes,
like
but
that.
he's not fake. He's not telling you somewhere you can't get, because honestly, going from a hospital bed to stepping on stage was something I would have never dreamed. And without the support and love from a person like that, family, friends, about that, because you and your sister and all the other fitness community, that fitness family I call it, that just jump in to make sure you don't fall off and don't fall off the wayside. It's just so loving, and it's such a different world. We don't like to think about it because it's so many people that we want to thank, and it's like, oh, I don't want to forget anybody. Thank you all. I'm not here without your help. This doesn't happen without your involvement. And, Heather, her sister, Tiv, all of us aren't drawn on this. We were built from it because we were built to it. We work at it because it's part of us, but it started from somewhere. I was that lazy kid. I didn't want to do anything. My dad gave me an option. You either go to work or you go to sports, but you're doing something. You're not going to sit around. And I'm sure he never pictured something like this being where it is, and he sure didn't picture me other than his son and doing good things. Like any parent, you want him to do better. But it's so many people that are basically the backbone of us. There's no way we could ever take full credit, like I did this and I'm this person.
No, it takes a team.
Yeah.
It takes a team, and
So what's up, teammate?
Oh, just shout out to Tiffany. My sister's got she's training competitors now. Inside Out Physiques is her website.
Okay.
Yep, she's got her website up and running.
And you got any sites that we need to be looking for with this?
Well, those are still kind of on the quiet side right now, but
Okay.
I'll definitely let you know. But my sister was trained by Lane Norton, so she got some pretty good knowledge when she had gone in to get her pro card, and so she's got her website going, and it's going pretty good for her so far.
that I've covered the Midwest, so there's plenty of trainers that I
She's
know.
texting while we're interviewing.
Yes, she
What?
is. They forget.
These
They
kids,
forget.
man,
Yeah.
these kids.
But we got Brian Alstrom, you've got Jason Kamen, he's heading up in Iowa. The NGA is big in this area, and there's certain shows that just are now becoming much better, and the promoters are taking much better. The competitors, it's just so much growing. I think it's going in the way that's going to be really successful in the future, as well as now.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that we're actually getting to live the moment.
absolutely.
And when it's happening, because it's like it's so many doors opening
Yeah.
for people and health. And I said the backlash to bad health is good health. So it's actually a great time for anybody that's around it, because we can actually speak more, because you're seeing so much worse. And we'll just go with it from that. So it's okay. Come on. You live here. You have every right. So, Kaylin Patterson, Heather Nash, Midwest Muscle, we are out.
See ya.